the Olympics? What? So by now, I'm sure you've either seen or heard about the fact that Gojira performed at the Olympics, and honestly, I think that is just absolutely amazing for the metal community and even the people that don't listen to metal, because it's just awesome altogether, and I'll explain the whole reason behind this video in just a couple seconds. I, for one, am a huge fan of Gojira, and their riffs and their songwriting is like all over the place, but like I find that inspiring, and it's just the fact that they were able to do something like this at such a huge and like prestigious event that is like something watched worldwide. It's a crazy amazing thing. And for one, yes, Gojira has found success within their niche, but they're no Metallica by any means. So the fact that they were the ones that did it, yes, they have a connection with being French and Paris and all that, but it still doesn't take away from how amazing it is that they, one, got to perform at all, and two, had the visuals that they did for that performance with the disembodied head, with all the pyrotechnics, and where they were in the building and standing out on those platforms outside the windows, and all the craziness that went around with the performance. Like, it was an amazing showcase of what the metal community has to offer the world. Now, I know there were some people that were like, who the hell are these guys? Why are they playing here? Because everybody's so used to, pop acts and stuff like that doing stuff like what Gojira just did. And yeah, there were still other performers, but it was not something that people were used to. And especially for Gojira, which are a very heavy band, that's not everybody's cup of tea. So it was probably pretty shocking to a lot of non-metal people. But my theory is that a lot of people got turned on to either Gojira or metal as a genre in the broader spectrum of things because of that performance at the Olympics. It was an epic performance. It was well played. The visuals were really awesome. And again, it just gave a really good representation of the metal community to people who aren't exactly a part of the metal community. So I, for one, was ecstatic that they got the opportunity to do this and to represent metal as a genre to the entire freaking world. But on a broader spectrum, I think it was really good that this happened, because metal is often stigmatized quite a lot. And this kind of opened the door a little bit to metal being more mainstream. Not to say that some metal isn't mainstream, because obviously there is mainstream metal. Like, Metallica's kind of mainstream with their Black Album stuff that's played on radios all the time, all over the place. There's bands like Five Finger Death Punch out there, even Avenged Sevenfold a little bit. Like, there's a bit of mainstreamness that has come with metal, and even Sleep Token, right? Or Ghost. Like, there is metal in the mainstream, but it's very rare and oftentimes not like the heavy, brutal, crazy stuff. It's kind of the mixture, fusion styles of metal that kind of break out and make it into the mainstream media. But I'm hoping that this opens the door for more metal bands to kind of go in the mainstream, and hopefully it's opened up the eyes of non-metal people a little bit more to metal music, or even metalheads who are, into a certain style. Now maybe they like Gojira and they get into some heavier stuff and they listen to some more sub-genres of metal now because of that performance. I just think the performance as a whole opened a lot of doors for a lot of people, and it represented the metal community in a very, very good way. And I think it gave a good reputation to what we have to offer as a community as a whole. Now, I guarantee that because of their performance, similar to when Master of Puppets was used in Stranger Things and how mainstream that show was, there's going to be a lot of new and aspiring guitar players that are going to learn that song specifically and Gojira songs from now on, because it's going to be a popular thing. Hey, I learned that riff from the band that played at the Olympics, right? And that's going to be a global, worldwide thing. It's not going to be centralized to like North America or anything like that. It's going to be like a worldwide thing. So I think maybe the Gojira-ness is going to be the new master of puppets from Stranger Things within the guitar community specifically. And I, for one, felt a lot more inspired to learn some more Gojira stuff, more than I already knew, because they got the opportunity to do this. So I can only imagine younger guitar players, even drummers, bassists, and vocalists even, are going to be inspired by this performance to learn more Gojira stuff, thus thrusting them more into the mainstream. The other aspect is, hopefully, this does some really great things for Gojira. Obviously, they've found their own success, and they've got like plugins and all sorts of crazy stuff, endorsements, and they've made, I think, decent money probably on their music. It's, again, they're not Metallica, but they're known, they're well known enough, and I think hopefully this will give them some more opportunities possibly that they maybe didn't have before, and I don't know, maybe it'll propel them into a new age of Gojira, and maybe some people will like that and maybe some people won't. I don't know. I'm just kind of speculating because it's the Olympics. Like, this is once every 4 years. It's a worldwide phenomena, and like everybody watches it. I don't personally. I don't really watch it. I'll see highlights and clips and stuff on social media, but I don't really sit to watch it or anything. I never really have, but a lot of people do. So I don't know. This could be a new break for Gojira to take a higher step into the world of their music and their performance, and I think that's honestly really awesome. As a huge fan of Gojira, who thinks that they don't get enough credit, even though they do get a decent amount of credit for who they are within the metal community, but I think it's just awesome, guys. It's just so awesome, and they don't get enough representation or credit for the stuff that they've done and the influence that they've had on metal. So it's just hopefully gonna bring them to the next level. So you have to let me know down in the comments your thoughts on Gojira playing the Olympics. Like, that's such a crazy thing, and honestly, it's really awesome. For the 10th time in this whole video, it's really awesome. I think it has a lot of great implications for the influence it's going to have on metal music and guitar players, drummers, anybody who's a musician and is into metal. So it's so awesome. This is a huge thing. Man, it's awesome. I can't say it enough, but that's all I've got for today. So subscribe if you haven't, I guess, and become a member if you want to help support the channel, and I will see you guys in the next video. Maybe I'll do more commentary videos like this to fill in between other styles. I don't know. I like to rant, if you haven't noticed, but okay, see you guys later.